3, 2, 1, go. Okay, down to the last of the Bermuda decks. This is Pure Prisms. So, before making this deck profile, I was just sitting here and I was just like, I know I did a Prism deck profile pretty recently. Do I really want to keep, or do I really want to post another one? And then I was like, oh, I actually made changes to this deck, after doing the last deck profile. So there is actually something to update. Whoa! So, without any further ado, let's jump into it. This is my deck that I've taken to the most tournaments. I've had the most success with this. Overall, best track record with it, and is probably one of my most played Bermuda decks. And it's probably my competitive deck for Vanguard. So, starter, still Prism Duo Tisza. Always Prism Duo Tisza. Will never change until we get a better starter than Prism Duo Tisza. Why Prism Duo Tisza? Because if she hits, she bounces your hand. That's a 10k shield. And the best part is, if she boosts a successful hit, you can just keep calling her down and bouncing her back to your hand. Your opponent can either invest more guard to stop this unit from going back to your hand, or it can bait out retires, or if it does get back to your hand, which frequently it usually does because the opponent usually just says no guard about this, you get it back to your hand, and that's another 10k shield. The extra 10k shield has saved me so many games, so this card is amazing. I will not change it until I can find something that does more than what Tisza does, because she's just too good. Lineup of triggers: 4 heal, 8 crit. The new Prism crit is amazing, but I don't use her as much as I thought I would. Again, really nice because she can stop you from bricking, because you can search out your Vert. And that's good because you usually want Vert as your first Vanguard in this deck, just as with the Prism Dream Teams. 4 draw. Just get to it, because a bit of deck thinning is a bit of deck winning. Wow, I said that. 4 draw because, yeah, you do want to get to combo pieces in this deck, but not as badly as you do with Dream Team Legion. Grade 1s. This is probably going to be like quickest deck profile ever. 4 Prism Duo PGs. Reason being, you are pretty reliant on Prism specific counterblast, so just do it. This is a good card. It's very important. Because again, Celtic is like your Princess Celtic's like your go-to grade 2, so she's godly. And then you do need the Prism name for as much stuff as possible, just kind of like with Beast Deities. For Princess Leyte, I am not running less than 4 of this card. It is too good to not run 4 of. It basically, with this deck, since you don't use a huge amount of counterblast anyway, she allows you to recover any counterblast you did use, and she powers stuff up. I refuse to use less than 4 of her as it currently stands. 4 Limit Break Enabler, no, that's 3, and 3 Stride Enabler. Some people don't like this card. Personally, I think this card is fantastic because it means that my first Stride can be a Sunshine Vert. What that also means is that I can start pressuring my opponent right as soon as I hit grade 3 with doing more than just Princess Labrador. It also means that I don't have to worry about, holy shit, am I going to drive check a heal trigger halfway through my power play with Sunshine Vert. So that's kind of why I like Loretta, is because it can allow my first Stride to be Sunshine Vert, or on top of that, if I don't see normal Vert, I think it's Vert. If I don't see normal Vert, and I see this instead, the good old I'm gonna rush you with Labrador is always an amazing play. So that's why I'm running 3. I like seeing this card. I like seeing this card so much. On rearguard only. And then 3 Shandee because you stride a lot. Your deck's main power play is a stride play. So you want to see... I think 4 is not necessary solely because the grade 1 space is a little bit tight. But 3 is a perfect number in my opinion. So you see 3 because you want to see her more than you want to see her if you had 2. Grade 2s. 4 Celtic. Why 4 Celtic? Celtic is pressure. Celtic is like the core of your grade 2 line because Celtic is amazing. 4 Lumiere, 12k attacker, still more pressure. So Lumiere plus Spica is amazing because it's hitting every single, or it has the chance of hitting every single one of those attacks, and 12k attackers are phenomenal. I mean, not as phenomenal because there's other stuff, but like until we run into something where like I would not use Lumiere, I'm going to keep using Lumiere until I can find a better alternative for her. And she's a great card. And the last of the grade 3s is 3 Spica, because Spica is God. Spica is Bermuda Triangle God. Best card. You should be running in like almost every Bermuda deck because she's just that good. And I have way too many copies of her. I'm not going to tell you how many I have. 3 Vert for grade 3s and 3 Labrador. I'm not a fan of Garnet. I will eventually make a video discussing why I don't like Garnet and why I think Labrador is better. So actually, you know what? I'll take a few seconds just to explain why Labrador is better than Garnet. Garnet is a limit break 5. First problem, means that you can't limit break enabler her. I mean, you can make the argument, it's like, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just, excuse me. Oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just take the 5 damage. Like, and then basically, my counter argument to that is, you've just taken 5 damage to activate a skill. Now, let's see what that skill actually does. So you do call 3 units. Okay, congratulations. Labrador does that too. Maybe it's 2 units. I think both call 2 units. Nope. You do call 3 units. Great, you get a field. So what's the other bonus? Oh yeah, Labrador gets a guaranteed 10k in a crit, which is the equivalent of hitting 2 triggers, one of them being a crit trigger. Garnet gets a triple drive. Okay, you get an extra hand advantage. Would you not want pressure? Prisms have always been more about the pressure thing. So my thoughts are, well, Garnet's interesting with G-guards, and she can power herself up by 5k every time something's bounced her hand. It's gimmicky. I don't think it really works too well. She would definitely work in her own deck instead of the way I want to play this. So yeah, gimmicky, doesn't work as well as it really should. And in general, Labrador just plays way better for how Prism should be playing, which is just pressure, pressure, pressure. And again, you have a triple drive. What happens if you hit no triggers on that? Oh, you're still just an 11k base. Okay. Labrador coming off of a Sunshine Vert break ride is 31 to crit. Guaranteed. Plus I have a new field, so any of those triggers that I do hit, I don't have to put them on my Vanguard. I can go toss them on my rear guards. Versus with Garnet, you get the 1 extra card into your hand, but you're still a 21 base if you don't put any of those triggers onto your Vanguard. And 21 base is way easier to guard than 31 to crit. I think I'm finished making my argument about this. Again, I don't think Garnet is a bad card. There is probably use for her. I just don't consider her as strong of a card as Labrador is, and I think until there is a combo or something that supports Garnet and makes her more viable, Labrador is still the best choice as your, not even a backup. Like, these are both just central grade 3s at this point. Vert was originally a backup, but at this point, because of Sunshine Vert, like, they're both phenomenal grade 3s now. So, this is the lineup. If you want to play more grade 3s, you can put the 1 Garnet in, but if you're just playing 8, don't touch Garnet. They should be 4-ofs, in my opinion. That was my tangent about Garnet. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. No, I'm kidding. Jump into the stride deck. Okay, so this should be pretty self-explanatory. We got 4 Labrador. This is your first stride if you don't see a limit break enabler. Good pressure, good defense at the same time, solely because call a bunch of units down, bounce them back to the hand at the end of the attack. So Link Joker, Kagero, Narukami, fuck you Brawlers. And I have a friend who plays Brawlers, that's why I said fuck you Brawlers, because I need to piss my friend off, very important. But Brawlers are actually an amazing deck, but still fuck you, Kigo Nico and your Brawlers. Yep, shout out, fuck you, deal with it. Love you. No, I'm kidding. Not so much. You're a good friend, I promise. So yeah, Labrador, amazing card, counters Brawlers, very important. So does Dismal. Dismal's a great card against Brawlers. Let's talk about how we're going to kick Brawlers' asses. Yep, it's a good idea. Brawlers are stupid, they are Legion, and Brawlers are dumb. Yeah, moving on. So then we're playing, what the fuck are you? Sunshine Vert. So what does Sunshine Vert do? She does things. She's very good. She has a Limit Break 4 skill, which is why I'm playing the Limit Break Enabler. So you choose a copy of herself, flip it face up, choose up to 3 cards from hand, discard them, enter the battle, attack to Vanguard. If you have a hard card with Prism in your name, which you're always going to have it because Prisms are amazing like that, pay the cost, put her into your G zone, choose a card from your hand, ride as stand. So yeah, pressure, 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 pressure. Basically, you want, where are you, Vert? This is Vert here, this is Labrador here, but we don't want those, we want the original. So basically you have her as a hard card. And then you do your things. And then you break right her over top. You draw a card. You bounce 2 units. You then swing with Labrador. Oh, look, 21. Okay, no, I'm going to activate her skill. Call, call, call. 31 to crit. Pressure, 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 pressure. Is it just me or am I actually starting to get better at deck profiles? I don't know. So, yeah, I like her. Amazing card. Gets even more scarier once you have the Limit Break Enabler, solely because she is a Limit Break. And the Limit Break Enabler does not say your Grade 3 Vanguard, it says just your Vanguard's Limit Break 4, and this is your Vanguard if it is strode. So you get to go and just do whatever the fuck you want, I think. Hopefully. Olyvia, because once you finish beating the crap out of your opponent, and if they're still not dead by the time you've burnt through all of your Labradoodles and all of your Sunshine Verts, you get to go punch them in the face harder with Olyvia. I mean, if you can't kill them after you have burnt through these 3, like all of these, you're not killing them this game. There's no way that you will be killing them if you have not killed them by the time you've gone through 2. which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have not killed them by the end of doing these 6 strides here, you're not killing them. I mean, with the amount of pressure that prisms have, you should have killed them. So what the fuck? Excuse my bad language for all of my younger viewers here that like Bermuda triangles. I will maybe try to keep my deck profiles G-rated. Probably. Final 4 cards are G-Guard and more G-Guard. Nasha, this is Leona, this is Nasha. I said Nasha, this is not Nasha, this is Nasha. Bounce call, reveal thingy. Bermuda Triangle G-Guards. Yay. You don't need Dismal because the fact that you're running Labrador, or Princess Labrador, and Sunshine Vert, and Olyvia just means you can just choose not to put some of the units on the board. You don't have to actually commit to the board if you know your opponent's playing a control-based deck. So if your opponent's playing heavy retire, like stride her first, and then do stuff and just play more conservatively. You don't need to go all in, no fear, if your opponent's playing heavy control. So that's it. If you have any suggestions for my prisms, leave them in the comment section below. If you got any questions about prisms, I feel as though I'm experienced enough to this deck to answer and make recommendations for any of your builds. Heck, if you guys feel that you want to post any of your builds in the comment section below, I am happy to try to critique them, and I will let you know what I like and what I don't like about the builds and possibly what could change. And if you guys think Garnet is good, well then give me a reason why I should be running Garnet in this particular build when my core strategy is not is not to be playing defensively. What I may do for you guys is that duo deck, the Mirror one. I may try a Mirror Garnet thing because I have heard people saying that that's pretty gimmicky because Mirror bounces everything to your hand, then Garnet power up. So that might be something I try. But as it currently stands, I don't feel that Garnet has a place in Prisms at the moment. Honestly, I don't even think I need a dedicated video to discuss this because I've already ranted about this so many times. So yeah, Prisms. I will see you guys in the surprise Christmas deck profile that will be coming up shortly.